It's hard to imagine a time when the Victorians weren't sought after. But after Harry Truman gave a State of the Union address saying that slum clearance should occur throughout the United States to make housing better, San Francisco decided to take up his call. They decided to do slum clearance of their own, and they created something called the Redevelopment Agency. And they decided to tear down the Fillmore District, which included everything from City Hall to Alamo Square. Hi, I'm Bonnie Spindler, and I'm here with the American Dream. This is known as the Fillmore District. It was also known as the Jazz District. There were jazz clubs, people hung out here, opera singers lived here, musicians, actors, actresses, and they all lived in these Victorians, all in the same house. The city of San Francisco called the Victorians blighted, and they decided they had to tear them down. People asked if they couldn't just restore their Victorians, remodel them, have money from the city to help them remodel them. And the Redevelopment Agency said no, that wouldn't be redevelopment and that they had to be torn down. They thought the developers were going to rush in and build tall buildings of residential housing. And when that didn't materialize, the city of San Francisco built government housing. And so behind us, what you see is what they did to replace the Victorians. This is what they thought was a better alternative to San Francisco's Victorians. Luckily, not everybody agreed with them, and people started actively trying to save the Victorians. So today we're going to visit this house, built by Hugh Cranston, and it was in 1893. The owner today is Joe Pecora, and he's our neighborhood historian. He has written books, he's an author, he's done TV shows and the neighborhood newsletter for many, many years. And he's going to kind of give us the lowdown on what's changed and what's the same.
Bonnie.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, Joe.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Tell me about the amazing fixtures and the wallpaper. Did you pick the wallpaper?
I picked the wallpaper. Paul Descher designed where it would go. The paper's by Bruce Bradbury. And he said, let's make a treasure chest out of the entry hall.
It is.
Get people when they come in. You can forget about the second floor. You just want to do the public rooms.
So is this Lincrusta or Anaglypta?
It's Anaglypta paper.
That's beautiful. It has kind of a Moroccan feel to it.
Right, right. Actually, this is replicates the original, which is upstairs.
The house is completely decorated for Valentine's Day. Tell me about the Valentines.
Well, first of all, I decorate for all holidays. Well, my idea is you can't have a big house like this without entertaining. So I try and decorate for the holidays, and it's the perfect time to have your friends over and neighbors.
Just to see this copy of your book, The Storied Houses of Alamo Square. How did you become the neighborhood historian?
I think that happened when I retired from work. So in exchange for someone offering their home, I offered a historic profile of the house.
Oh, wow, that's right.
So I did over 120 of them, I believe.
Wow, and how long did that take?
I started in 1990. I think it took about 17 years.
Wow.
I edited the newsletter, and Bonnie Spindler was president at one time. I think she remembers.
Yes, yeah, I do remember.
After a while, after I did 10, Wayne Corn, who used to have a bed and breakfast on the square, said, well, why don't you put them in a calendar, or why don't you do a book? And he meant right now, and I said, no, I don't have enough. So many years later, by serendipity, I was able to put together this book.
Well, it's a beautiful book, you know, and I use it as a realtor. I use it all the time. So I've used the book as a resource and really refer to it all the time. So it's really a wonderful thing that you've given the neighborhood and the city. So Joe, I just wanted to thank you so much for letting us into your house and telling us about the history of Alamo Square and where you got your pieces and how you restored the houses. I think a lot of people don't know what it takes to live in and restore one of these. They don't know what it's like. So it's great to have a window on all that through you.
Well, thank you for coming.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Right.
So I'm Bonnie Spindler, and this was The American Dream. We'll see you next month. Thank you so much.